Hi, welcome to Sakshi FIIT NEET Academy. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss about electron displacement effects in a covalent bond in organic chemistry. So, in organic chemistry, we have a very important fundamental concepts. Those are classification of molecules, then IUPAC nomenclature, isomerism, and stereochemistry, then classification of electrophiles, nucleophiles, and carbon radicals, that means free radicals. Then bond fusions, types of bond cleavages, heterolytic cleavage and homolytic cleavage. Along with that, here we have very important a major concept, that is a electron displacement effects in a covalent bond. Electron displacement effects in a covalent bond. So here, without knowing this concept, that is electron displacement effects in a covalent bond, it's very difficult to understand a reaction mechanism in organic reactions. If you know this topic clearly, that is electron displacement effect, it's very easy to understand how the reactant is converting into product, what is the reaction mechanism steps. So let's begin. What are electron displacement effects in organic chemistry? Electron displacement effects in covalent bond, that is in organic reactions, So here we have types of electron displacement effects. That is first one, inductive effect. That is classified plus inductive effect and minus inductive effect. Then resonance or a mesomeric effect. These both are same category, mesomeric effect. So this mesomeric effect again classified as minus mesomeric effect and plus mesomeric effect. That we will discuss what is resonance and mesomeric effect. Next, hyperconjugation. Then last one is electron displacement, that is electromeric effect. So these are the electron displacement effects in a covalent bond. So obviously covalent bond means we have two types of covalent bonds, that is sigma bond and a pi bond. This inductive effect shows in a sigma bond. Now coming to resonance or mesomeric effect. Resonance, that is pi electrons and lone pair or non-bonding electrons, as well. This mesomeric effect also same, that will be in a pi electrons along with a lone pair or non-bonding electrons, otherwise a positive charge, containing positive charge. That means the effect in a pi electrons, the molecule should be conjugated. That means the molecule has alternate double bond if the molecule has lone pair, non-bonding electrons or positive charge. There is no rule that there should be a lone pair, non-bonding electrons or positive charge, but the molecule should be conjugated, then the molecule participates in a resonance. Coming to mesomeric effect, will be in the molecule which is conjugated containing a electron withdrawing group or electron donating group. May that electron withdrawing group has a positive charge, that is partially positive charge. Electron donating group means containing a lone pair or non-bonding electrons. Those type of molecule shows a mesomeric effect. The molecule which has continuous conjugation containing a lone pair, non-bonding or positive charge, depends. So that we will discuss while discussing that topic. Next, hyperconjugation. This hyperconjugation will be in a molecule which has conjugation, that is conjugation or simple double bond, that is pi electrons, and along with the pi electrons containing a alpha carbon to hydrogen sigma bond, alpha carbon to hydrogen sigma bond. Then the molecule participates in hyperconjugation. Next, electromeric effect. This is completely that loosely bonded electron, that is pi electrons. Pi electrons, presence of unsymmetrical reagent, then the pi electrons are shifting towards a one carbon side or one element side, that is called electromeric effect. So inductive effect in a sigma bond, resonance and a mesomeric effect in a molecule containing a conjugation. So along with that, there may lone pair non-bonding electrons, means negative charge, mates positive charge, that is those molecules shows a resonance and a mesomeric effect. Hyperconjugation, pi, that is molecule containing a double bond, has alpha carbon to hydrogen sigma bond electrons. Next, electromeric effect, the molecule contains pi electrons and is going to react with a unsymmetrical reagent or that is a reactant, another reactant. Then the pi electrons are shift towards one side, gives a positive center, negative center, that is called electromeric effect. So we will discuss in detail. First I am starting with this inductive effect, then resonance, mesomeric effect, hyperconjugation and electromeric effect. Mostly is complete all four types of effects will be clear in a 4 videos, that is 4 lectures. First introduction and this inductive effect, then we will move forward towards resonance, hyperconjugation and electromeric effect. I am starting with inductive effect. First one, inductive effect, it's classified minus I inductive effect and plus I inductive effect. To understand clearly, just here I am taking an example, that is a molecule, it's CH3 CH2 CH2 bonded to the halogen, this carbon bonded to carbon and this carbon bonded to next carbon that is third carbon, and this carbon bonded to halogen. And what about the next bonding, carbon to hydrogen, carbon to hydrogen, carbon to hydrogen. So in this molecule we have 3 types of bonds, that is carbon to carbon, carbon to carbon, next carbon to hydrogen, then carbon to halogen, first bonding, that is what are the properties between carbon to carbon covalent bond. So here the bonded elements both are same electronegative, and this carbon sharing one electron, this carbon sharing one electron, these two are hybridized giving a sigma bond, and the bond electrons are exactly lying between carbon to carbon. So it's symmetrical and there is no increasing or decreasing of electron cloud, and here also there is no increasing of electron cloud, no decreasing of electron cloud. Therefore there is no a charge on a carbon and this carbon, called a non-polar. Next, coming to next bonding, that is carbon to hydrogen sigma bond, hydrogen sharing one electron, carbon sharing one electron, and both are similar electronegative, and the electrons which are hybridized lying exactly between carbon and hydrogen. Therefore no charge on both the elements, that means no charge difference. The electrons, no increasing of electron cloud, no decreasing of electron cloud here and here. So this is also comes under non-polar bond. Now coming to carbon to halogen, this carbon sharing one electron and halogen sharing one electron. We know halogen has 3 lone pairs, 1 unpair. This unpair and carbon out of 4, 1 unpair is going to participate in a hybridization, that is covalent bond. due to the electronegativity difference between carbon and halogen. Halogen has more electronegative compared to carbon. So because of that more electronegativity, that sigma bond electrons are displacing towards a halogen. Displacing towards halogen leads to increase the electron cloud around the halogen, gives partially negative charge, and around the carbon the electron cloud decreasing, so nuclear charge increases, that is positive charge, partially positive charge. So what is the bond property between different electronegative elements? That is because of different electronegativity, sigma bond electrons displaces towards a more electronegative side, and that more electronegative element gets partially negative charge and less electronegative element get a partially positive charge. This is called a polarization of bond. Polarization of bond. So what is polarization? Simple. Sigma bond electrons displaces towards a more electronegative side, gives partially negative charge and more electronegative element, partially positive charge and less electronegative element, and this bond is known as polar bond. If the bond between similar electronegative, non-polar, carbon to carbon, carbon to hydrogen, but if the bond between different electronegative elements become polar, gives partially negative one, more electronegative, partially positive one, less electronegative. That is called polarization, and the phenomena known as inductive effect. The phenomena known as inductive effect. So I think it's clear. What is the inductive effect? Sigma bond electrons displaces towards a more electronegative side, called a inductive effect. So what is plus I and what is minus I group? In this example, carbon donating electrons, this comes under plus I inductive effect, plus I group or plus I inductive effect. Halogen withdrawing electrons, this is comes under minus I inductive effect, minus I inductive effect. So donating group called a plus I group, withdrawing group called a minus I group. Now we will come to the molecule. Carbon to carbon, non-polar, carbon to carbon, non-polar, carbon to hydrogen, non-polar, carbon to hydrogen, non-polar, but carbon to halogen, this is polar because the sigma bond electrons displacing towards a halogen side. So partially negative, partially positive. So this group comes under minus I group, and this group comes under plus what is plus I group. The phenomena called the inductive effect. Now the element which directly bonded to the halogen shows more inductive effect, and the next element, that is next carbon, shows somewhat a less inductive effect. Then third carbon shows very less inductive effect, that means donating category. After that there is no effect of inductive, that is displacement effect. There is no effect after this third carbon. After this third carbon, these are the properties, and this is the inductive effect. So here this inductive effect is permanent polarization effect, So sigma bond separation increases. What happening? From first to second, second to third, inductive effect is slowly decreasing. Sigma bond separation increases, inductive effect decreases. This upside arrow indicates increases, this downside arrow indicates decreases. So this is the inductive effect. So let's discuss what are the applications of this inductive effect. So again, the bond between different electronegative elements, then the sigma bond electron displaces towards more electronegative side, gives partially negative on a more electronegative element and partially positive on a less electronegative element, that is called a polarization, and the phenomena called a inductive effect. The donating group called a plus I group, withdrawing group called a minus I, a group. Donating means electron donating. Withdrawing means electron withdrawing group called a minus I inductive group. So this is the inductive effect. Let's discuss what are the applications of this inductive effect. I'm just erasing this. Applications of inductive effect. Here it explains stability of carbocation. Stability of carbocation. Next explains, that is, acidic strength of carboxylic acid. Then explains acidic strength of alcohols. Then basic strength of amines. Amines are Lewis bases. So what is the basic strength of amines based on a inductive effect? Next explains in dipole momentum. Dipole moment. So these are the major applications of inductive effect. So we will discuss in the next class. Hope you understand clearly. Subscribe the channel, share, like, comment and hit the bell icon so that you will get latest video lectures. Thank you.